I have the honor of making the last Doughvember video. Yep, Doughvember is over after this video. I've had a lot of fun working with Sutton's Days, Linda's Pantry, Tuli Lou Creates, Jenny Goff, and Alderman Farms. And there have been some fantastic videos. I hope you've been catching each one. I mean, you've learned how to make noodles and biscuits and bread in the air fryer, bread in the skillet, monkey bubble bread, I mean cookies, anything you can think of. But tonight, there's going to be a special Doughvember video. You know why it's special? Because this dough you can't eat. That's right, this is a dough you're going to craft with. And today, we're going to make Christmas ornaments. That's right. It's so darn simple. And it really doesn't cost much money either. So let's get started. You know, when we were first married, we didn't have a lot of money. We were in a little apartment. Both my husband and I worked full-time. I was taking 2 classes at night working on my master's, and my husband was taking 2 classes at night finishing up his bachelor's. And of course, that was different nights. Like I'd be on Monday and Wednesday, he'd be Tuesday and Thursday, because we were sharing a car, right? Anyway, we didn't have a lot of time and we didn't have a lot of money, but I wanted a nice Christmas tree. So I made handmade ornaments, and then I had my nephews come over and we strung popcorn and cranberry and made garlands, had hot cocoa and tacos, I remember. And we just had a great time, and my nephews still remember that to this day. So sometimes simple is better. Now, there are many different recipes for salt dough. The recipe I use is 2 cups flour, and that's all-purpose flour, 1 cup table salt, and anywhere from 3/4 to over a cup of water. It just depends. You want to get it to the right consistency. So you only have 2 ingredients plus water. You got your flour, 2 cups flour, all-purpose flour, 1 cup salt, just regular table salt. And then it's probably going to be about 3/4 cup water. We're going to add it in 1/4 portions, and we'll just see how much is needed to get it to the right consistency. Now, you of course can do this all by hand, but I have an electric mixer, so I'm going to use it with my dough hook. We're going to put in 1/4 cup of water. Start mixing. Add another 1/4 cup. Turn it off a minute. Want to get in all the flour. I end up adding about 1 1/8 cup water. And when I say you need to get it to the right consistency, you don't want it too crumbly, but you also don't want it sticky. Now, after making this dough, you could put it in the refrigerator. It could last up to a week. But I find it's best just to make it before you're going to use it. Okay, here we have it. Just kind of working with it a little here. Get it kind of into a ball. Some flour on a roller. And of course, the parchment paper wants to move all over.
Now you're going to need to make this as thick as you want your ornaments. That's up to you. But remember, thicker, the longer it's going to take to dry. Okay, we'll be back when we get this all nice and rolled out. Now, it is best to roll the dough all to one thickness. Did I do that? No, I didn't. But I wish I would have. Now I'm going to use some of these cookie cutters I got, of course, on Amazon. But I thought they were a nice size and cute. There's our reindeer. Christmas bells next. Here. Got Christmas bells. There's our stocking. Now I really love these little cookie cutters, and I was almost done getting them all out, pushing them out with my finger, when I realized there was an easier way to do it. The easiest way to get them out, push that all the way down, put it in our middle here, press it really well, and then you can just press this right out. How easy is that? Full tray. And notice some are thicker than others. Unfortunately, that will mean this one takes longer to dry. But we need to have a hole in the top to put in our string to hang them. Now, a straw would be great, but unfortunately, I don't have a straw right now. So, I'm just using this, and I'm going to put a hole in each one. So what's the easiest way to dry these ornaments? Well, just absolutely do nothing. Just leave them on a tray for a week or two. You know, it's going to depend on how thick they are, how long you have to air dry. But most of us just don't have the patience for that. So what I did was put it in my oven at 200 degrees for a couple hours. And I could have kept on doing that until they were completely dry. But I was going to work and I didn't want to leave my whole oven on. So I transferred them to my dehydrator at the vegetable setting. And when I came home at night, they still weren't dry. When I went getting ready to go to bed, they still weren't dry. So I kept them on all night. And the next morning when I woke up, they were done. So I don't know exactly how long it takes. It really depends on the thickness of your dough. And they could have been done at 2 o'clock in the morning, but I was sleeping, so I wasn't checking my dehydrator. Now do check on your ornaments if they're getting puffy, you have too high of a temperature. Reduce the temperature. They turned out nice. They really didn't yellow much, and they're completely dry. Let me break one for you so you can see, a test one, so to speak. See here? It broke through. So let's just go. Completely dry inside. So now it's time to paint and decorate. Now the next part is the fun part. We are going to add color to our ornaments. Now I have found acrylic paint to be the best. One of the reasons is because it cleans up with water, and if you have kids helping you, they also clean up with water. So it's a good combination. And you can get acrylic paint at any hobby store or the Dollar Tree. And in fact, the paintbrushes I'm using I got from the Dollar Tree, but I already had the paint available and the acrylic marker. Now, depending on what the shape is of the ornament you're making, I find the easiest thing is to prime it completely. So for the snowflakes, I primed them with blue paint. Let it dry for an hour, and then I used my white acrylic marker to actually put the white paint on to make the snowflakes. And I think it turned out really good. I think it almost looks like china. Now the other ornaments I made have quite a bit of detail, little spots to paint. So I would say if you have small children, you want bigger, like maybe just a star or something like that for them to work with, because it could get too frustrating for them to paint the little spots.
But if you're making them yourself, it really is easy as long as you just take your time. What I found is I got my red paint out and I painted everything that was red on the different ornaments. By the time I got done with that last ornament, the first one was getting dry and I could start, let's say, painting everything that was white. And by doing this process, it really went pretty fast. Now let me show you some of the finished ornaments. Here's Jolly Santa, our truck hauling the big Christmas tree, our Christmas stocking, Christmas bells, and little Rudolph, and of course, our snowflakes. I think they turned out fantastic. Now, you could add some jewels, let's say like a little ruby to the end of Rudolph's nose. That would be cute. You know, my granddaughter says that glitter improves absolutely everything. Let me tell you, it doesn't improve my kitchen when I find that all over the place. But anyway, she loves glitter, and so I'm sure if she was making these ornaments, we would have some glitter on them too. You could also get a bigger wreath cookie cutter, cut out the wreath, decorate it, get your child's school picture, paste it on, and then Mod Podge the picture, and then you have a great keepsake that will last you for years and years and years. After your paint dries completely, I do another step. I add this. This is Krylon UV resistant clear acrylic coating gloss, and it isn't supposed to yellow as it ages. It will also help keep your ornament lasting longer than without it. But this gives it a little gloss. It also comes in satin. And you're going to have to shake this can for 2 minutes before you apply it. And then you just want an even motion all the way across, about 12 inches above your ornaments. Let it dry for about a half hour and you can do another application. I did 2 applications, but you could do 3 or 4, whatever you want. And you've got one last step, and that is adding a tie so you can hang your ornaments. Well, I hope you liked this Doughvember series and my Doughvember Saltcraft dough ornaments. I had so much fun working on this with the 2 Lindas and Lisa and Patty and Jenny. We all had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too watching it. If you've missed any of our videos, I put the playlist down below so you can look at every video that was Monday through Saturday for the entire month of November. As always, I appreciate your support and happy holidays.